Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm here to review BlacKkKlansman by Ron Stallworth, and this is a memoir. This actually came out in 2014, I believe, but I didn't know about this until Spike Lee was turning this into a movie, and I actually wanted to see the movie, and I was like, let me read this because it's only on like 190 something pages, very short, and I would be able to knock this out really quickly and then see the movie. So I'll just let you guys know off rip, I didn't care for this book. I actually normally, for me to review something on my channel, like I have to at least think the book's decent in the sense of I give it at least 3 stars. 3 stars isn't a book I'm obsessed with, but it's something that I think is good where someone would probably like it. I will put it on my channel. I read certain books and I'm like, this wasn't that good. This one I debated talking about because I actually did not enjoy this. I haven't even finished it completely. Like, I always go through 100 pages before I decide if I will keep with the book or not. So I got to page 100, which is more than halfway through. Will I continue it? I don't know. I actually have no idea if I'm gonna continue this. I may just for the sake of it, but this writing to me was not good. Like, it was just not entertaining. Like, what tricked me was in the beginning, like the first few pages, it set it up in a sense where I was like, okay, this kind of is interesting. If you guys aren't familiar with BlacKkKlansman, this is actually a true story about Ron Stallworth, who was basically, he infiltrated the KKK. So it starts off with him. You learn that he was like the first black police officer in his department. And, you find out that he identifies more as being a police officer than he does really with being black, in the sense of if someone were to try him for being black, that's less offensive to him than someone discrediting him being a real cop and stuff like that. And, we're hearing about him and how he's just moving up rank, and, how some people don't really like him or aren't like really receptive of him, how even on his force he had to basically learn how to be, I don't know, to not get offended by white people basically on a regular basis, even with his hair. And we're just learning all this stuff. And like, even when he like sets out to do this Klansman thing, they're like, well, how are they gonna, aren't they gonna be able to tell by the way you talk and stuff? And he's like, what do you mean? Like, basically, like, there's nothing different about the way I talk, stuff like that. And which I get, like, so you're hearing all this stuff, and it's just the more the story goes on and you're hearing about him and dating this German woman or something, I don't know, it was just kind of like, okay, like, I was just tuned out because it was like it's writing so literally, and it's like, I just wish he had like a ghostwriter or someone who he was telling he worked with somebody on putting this together, because it is an incredible story. And it is crazy to realize that the reason why he actually gets this whole, I guess, project together where he's leading this infiltration is essentially he gets an ad. There's an ad, he responds to an ad in the newspaper advertising for people who want to join the Ku Klux Klan. And in his section in Colorado Springs or whatever, in his area, they didn't think the Klan was, that much of an issue. But, he responds to this, and long and behold to him, like, they actually reached back out. And then that's when he was like, crap, he gave his real name. Normally, if this was something else, he would not be giving his real name and all this stuff. It's just he never really believed that this was going to lead to anything, and then it does. So he actually has to they want to meet him in person. So he actually is talking to these people on the phone, but then there's a white version of him that is also undercover that is actually meeting with these people. And it's interesting because he starts off the book with him going to like a Black Panther speaking thing, and he's going there undercover, to sort out the Black Panthers as a terrorist organization, which clearly they're not. But, that's how you kind of get introduced to him in this undercover setting, and how he has to live like basically 2 lives and 2 worlds. And he can't really offend the white people or realize that he kind of agrees with some of the things that the Black Panthers are saying. And I was just like, yawn, yawn, yawn. Like, I don't know. I feel like, that's why I feel weird when I record. Like, I feel weird recording these videos if I don't connect with something, because maybe I just wasn't in the mood to read it. Like, you know, maybe. And what pissed me off about reading this was I wanted to see the movie, but reading this made me no longer want to see the movie. Like, if I see it, I'll just see it when it's on TV. Has anybody read, I guess this is more so, has anybody read this and did you guys enjoy this? Like, did this capture your attention where you couldn't put it down? So anyways, I don't know what type of video this is. I don't even know if this will stay up. But I'll try it out. I'm testing it out just because I'm interested to see if anyone read this and what your thoughts were. Okay, well, love and light, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces. And let me know if there's a book below that you think like was either highly acclaimed or there was like a movie adaptation, but it was like a book like you were like, didn't care for it, and you're trying to understand like if something's wrong with you or if the book just wasn't really written that well. Basically, let me know if you can relate below. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one.